you guys are chasing carbonatites. We're not talking about clays here.
No.
We're talking about hard rock reefs. You know, when we look at the Gascoyne Ashburton Basin, I see that you got this this diagram or figure in your presentation that has that there. I mean, do you see that as something like? I mean, you mentioned that not long ago there was no one there, and I remember 10 years ago, almost nobody wanted to be there in some ways.
Yep.
Do you think that the geology, the mineral system potentially that's there, the cooking system that has not been looked at, understood, misunderstood, whichever one it is, do you think this is going to be like the eye-opener? Are we moving into an era where this is now the Eastern Goldfields of that part?
I don't know if it's the Eastern Goldfields, but it's definitely getting more interest. I think it was sort of starting in about 2013, so about almost 10 years ago, the Geo Survey of WA and Geoscience Australia did a big study on the Capricorn origins. Excuse me. And they did things like seismic lines to check out where those main big fault plumbing systems were. They already had regional stream geochemistry. They flew the huge big EM survey over the whole Capricorn origin. It took them a few years and it cost them a lot of money. But it was deliberately designed to go, hey, this is a block of WA that's really underexplored. And if you go on the GSWA website, there's a whole series of PowerPoint presentations from when they had this big seminar on it. And one of the first slides, you got the Pilbara with all these deposits and the Yilgarn with all these deposits, and there's just nothing in the middle. And they're going, how's this so? When you've got all these ingredients, you've got these big plumbing systems, you've got all this fluid. There's this thing called they call it the Warrakurna Large Igneous Province. And this is the thing that basically formed the West Musgrave deposits, probably Abra, even things like Nova and stuff. It's like this big Proterozoic event that just introduced all this magma and stuff into these areas. So, and the Capricorn origins has been, part of that system. So, it's been underexplored, but I reckon it's got a lot of potential for a lot of different deposit types. Like we're talking about, the Abra style stuff. Bella Vista is looking for that sort of stuff near our Mount Vernon project. You've got all the manganese that people have known about for a long time. There's even a bit of gold, but that's more up on the Ashburton side, Mount Olympus and Paulsons and stuff. But the nickel potential hasn't been realised really till now. Dreadnought have made that discovery at Mangaroon. That's a little bit different again because there's basically three ages of mafic rocks. There's the Narrabunna dikes, which are 1450 million. There's the Kulkathara, which is the real interesting ones. They're the ones like West Musgraves. And then there's these other ones called the Mundine Well Suite, and they sort of go like this. So when you look at Dreadnought stuff, they've got this big dike they call the Money Intrusion, where the Mangaroon stuff is, and that's part of this later one. So it's just it's really early stages there. So